Hey guys, it's Jessica with the K, the MUA, coming at you today. Now, today we are going to be talking about a little scandal, but first I want to get started by saying I know I have been MIA. I ended up not going out of town and I thought I would have time to do my videos, but I did not because I was over a friend's house getting lit because I have a life. So, I'm going to be catching up with you guys about everything. I thought I would real quick talk about the Met Gala looks. They were all just terrible. Terrible. Like, why do the men come to the Met Gala? The whole point of Met Gala is to look outrageous and beautiful and like you're on a runway. And all the men look like they're there for hip hop awards, BMA awards, Billboard awards. Like, come on now. Like, only person I can think of that was just great per se was Jared Leto. Like, only male. No, Jared Leto and Billy Porter. Those are the only ones I can think of right now. If anybody knows anybody else, just comment below. But those are the only two men that I really saw and was like, oh my god, yes, slay me. I was gonna do best looks of the Met Gala, but everybody was very disappointing, not being funny. Everybody really wasn't on their A game. Like, only person I think that was on their A game was Lady Gaga. Because Lady Gaga is just, this is her alley, right up her alley. Nicki and Cardi, everybody was having a debate about them, saying that, you know, Cardi looked better, Nicki looked better. Like, they both look like there could have been more done. Like, their last year looks were way better than this. Nicki looked like she was fed up, ready to go home, ready to be with her man. Cardi just like a carpet. Not even a carpet, a comforter. And I wasn't a fan. I mean, usually I like Cardi's looks, but this look was just not it for me. I don't care what nobody say. You can add me. I'm not being a Barb. I'm not being Barty Gang. They both equally did not bring what I thought they were going to bring. And that's okay. Because you win some, you lose some. Nicki wasn't even sweating it because at the end of the day, she was just there just to be there. That's just it. So that's all I wanted to address on that subject because I felt like that was not really a video worth just doing by itself. To be honest, like maybe next year when Rihanna's there because Rihanna brings a certain type of magic to these shows. And hopefully next year they won't invite men who don't know how to follow fucking protocol. There's no reason RuPaul was there and RuPaul did not dress like drag. No, I don't even want to get into it. I'm over it. Just over it. But today we are going to talk about somebody and his name is James Charles. Now, let's be clear. James has been in the tabloids and Black Twitter has been saying that James is problematic. In the moment Tati says it, everybody's like, oh my god, I never even realized it. He is toxic. Not when he was putting out racist tweets. I'm not even talking about the Ebola one. That one was not even like a bad one. I didn't get why that was a bad one and maybe I wasn't very educated on it. That wasn't like bad compared to his other tweets, to be honest. Everybody kind of looked the other way with that. Nobody ever said nothing. Black Twitter did say something, but no one batted an eye to Black Twitter. But the moment Tati says something, the moment Jeffree says something, which by the way, we're really gonna, never mind. And Shane Dawson says something, we're all like, oh my god, he's been so toxic. No one said anything about this boy being toxic when he was charging $500 for his sister tour. But y'all ain't ready to talk about that though. Y'all ain't. So I'm gonna talk about it. Let's get started. So the beef starts with James going to Coachella and sponsoring this product that's seen all over Instagram. You guys may have heard of it. I just now heard of it. It's called Sugar Bear Vitamins. Sugar Bear Gummies? Vitamins? Same thing. So basically, Tati sees this, and Tati is hurt because that is her rival. Her rival is Halo Beauty. So, anywho, James makes an apology after Tati is crying online. And Tati is very strategical. Let me just tell you, I stand. So far, I didn't even hear about Tati. I didn't know who Tati was until this whole little scandal came out. And let me just say, I stand Tati. So James goes on to apologize to Tati and says what he says. And on Instagram, in his Instagram story. And so Tati is like, I can beat that. Baby, I can beat that. She makes let me pull it up real quick for you guys just so you can understand where Tati was coming from, because Tati did not come to play, sister. Tati made a whole video for 43 minutes in 9 seconds, dragging James to filth with character. With character, sweetie. Anytime you get dragged with character, your career is done. Let's be clear. So Tati goes on to say that James has been talking behind her back. Only time he wants to collab is when it's beneficial to him. He flirts with straight boys. And Tati was just not here for it. Tati was like, I am sick and tired of, you having, me having your back and you not having mine. So let me just settle this right here. Now, Tati goes on to say all these things, saying how much she loves James, but James is just toxic. And I gotta say, Tati really did her thing. Tati read him to filth, but read him to filth with kindness. Basically, Tati did, I'ma fuck you up without even laying a hand on you type deals. You know what I'm saying? She didn't even have to whoop his ass to whoop his ass. You get what I'm saying? Tati is the ultimate bad bitch. This bitch called him out on this shit. And not only did she call him out, Shane called him out, which someone should call Shane out, but that's another story for another day. If you guys want me to make a video about canceling white YouTubers, let me know. Because I've got plenty to say about that, but that's not here or the time. So Shane goes to say, James, you can't just, Shane even warned him, you can't go just flirting with straight men. But James is like, I like them and they're DL and he messes with DL men. And honestly, I've, talked to a lot of my gay friends and a lot of them say, DL men aren't the way to go. And they're not, because they're never going to show you off the way you want them to show you off, because they're really scared of what could happen. Or they feel like they're not accepted. So I always think that's such a dangerous route to take, to be with someone who's not comfortable with themselves. But James, as we all know, does not care. Okay? Tati talks about one time where there was a waiter and James, is talking about what he wants to do to him and all this weird shit. And Tati's like, he's straight. And he's like, so what? I'm a celebrity. Baby, James ate them words. Because here we gonna go over to Gage. Because Gage really did... Gage is really what put the icing on top of the cake for Tati's story, because Tati says that James has been pushing himself on straight boys, and Tati's like, I'm just not comfortable with you doing that. That's not cool. That's gross. And she's called him out on that before, and he's done it again, as we can see with Gage. Now, Gage, basically what happened with that, if you don't, and let me just tell you guys, if you don't think James is like a toxic person, listen to this. Basically, Gage made a whole video talking about how, him and James went to Coachella together and they were talking, and, you know, Gage just said, I don't like you like that. I was bi-curious, but I really don't like you like that. So basically, James is blaming it on the fact, saying that he used him and that he was only going to Coachella with him for clout, and saying all this bunch of hoopla. And reading the messages, Gage was really sweet. Like, Gage was basically saying, you know, I just don't like you like that, and that's okay, because it kind of looks like you're being a manipulator right now. You know, James is looking like a big manipulator, because basically all Gage was saying was, I was bi-curious, I tried to test the waters, I'm not a fan, thanks but no thanks. And James took that as, I'm using you, which, I mean, I could kind of see where James was coming from on that. But if you think about it, I mean, if someone just doesn't like you, they just don't like you. That's just like, you know, you have to test the waters with someone before you go and hang out with, you know, before you just date them, you know, because you know how you get in those situations where you think you really like a guy and y'all are connecting and texting, and then when you really get to know him in person, you're like, yeah, I don't know. I don't think I want to be with this man. And I think that's what Gage was really just going through. And James took that as, you know, you're just not my cup of tea. You're a con artist. All this hoopla and shenanigans. And I mean, to me, that kind of reeks of just desperation. You know what I'm saying? Manipulation. Like, you're preying on a man that's bi-curious. Like, and now he realizes he was curious, now he's not curious no more, and all of a sudden he's a bad person. I don't dig shit like that. Like, I don't think that shit is cool. That's just like, to me, when, you know, like, if a girl was to, you know, do this to a dude, like, it just reeks of desperation. Like, either way, this is desperation, because if someone just doesn't like you, they just don't like you. And the fact that James really prays after men that are like masculine and straight, like, that's a whole different type of ball game. Like, that is creepy as fuck to me, honestly, because I think it's like one of those situations where, you know, I'm just not comfortable with stuff like that, because I mean, I get in the gay community, it is hard to find a masculine man, but there's someone out there for everybody, and you can't just go after the DL straight dudes or the dudes you think you can make straight, which you can't, make gay. You can't make them gay. They were already gay before if you made them gay. You see what I'm saying? So you can't sit up here and say, oh, I'm going to make him gay. Like, no, he's been gay if he's fucking with you. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, you can't really force somebody to come out the closet because you're ready for them to come out the closet. You know what I'm saying? Or because you want to pursue them. You know, you can't force somebody to like boys who don't like boys. And I think that's exactly what James was kind of doing with Gage. And he was doing that with other dudes. And he thought since he was a celebrity, people was going to get into that. And I'm not into that. Okay, that's predatorial. No, thank you. I don't even want to say that's predatory. That's just weird. Okay, and I'm thinking maybe James just has very low self-esteem because, he's in LA and there's a lot of, like, you know, gay dudes in LA. There's somebody out there for you that's masculine, that's not feminine, and likes what you like. So why are you going after boys that don't like what you like? That's the whole ass whooping right there. I have been in situations where girls have tried to talk to me and I'm like, I'm not gay, and they still try to talk to me, and it makes me feel very uncomfortable. And you know, if you just don't swing that way, you just don't swing that way. And you can't make somebody swing that way because you want them to swing that way because you find them attractive. If they don't swing that way, go on about your business and shut up and eat your food. But as we know, James cannot shut up and eat his food. But we've been known that James is problematic. And the fact that Tati is the one that is shutting this down is insane to me. Black Twitter knew he was Insane. Gay black Twitter knew he was insane. He was toxic, but nobody wanted to say something. Nobody did. And I wouldn't even call James Charles racist. James Charles reminds me of somebody, not even, I don't even want to say white people, but people who haven't been around anybody other than their own race. So when, you know, they're not around anybody of their own race, you know, they're just very, you know, like, you know what I'm saying? Just, like, they're very ignorant. And I think that's exactly what he is. Ignorant. I wouldn't call James Charles racist. No, sir. I would call him ignorant. Because, honestly, his tweets, they don't even come off as racist to me. I know I said in the beginning they were racist, but they don't come off as racist. They come off as a boy with a computer who has not been around a lot of black people, Mexicans, Indians, anybody other than his own pigmentation. And was just tweeting away because he thought that shit was funny, or just tweeting away because he thought, you know, that was what was on his mind at the time. And I think that is what's made him ignorant. Although he is a toxic person. Let's not forget. And it took Tati to shut it down. And that's what I like about it. I stand this white woman. I will stand by her. I like it. Honestly, I do. I can't get enough of this scandal. Like, James has put himself so far in a hole, he's about to be like Laura Lee. Who's Laura Lee? Exactly. That's how we finna remember James Charles, because at this point, he's about to be known as a problematic white YouTuber. And you do not want to be a problematic white YouTuber, because as a problematic white YouTuber, nobody wants to work with you. Nobody wants your brand. Nobody wants you, like, because they realize you're toxic and they don't want that on their brand. You think, honestly, I don't know why CoverGirl didn't cut him the moment he was talking about Ebola. Like, you know, again, I didn't think that tweet was that bad, but since it caused such an uproar, they should have cut him, you know. And I feel like they should have, you know, canceled James when he was doing all this hoopla. Like, and Thomas Howard been told y'all this man was toxic, but nobody wanted to listen, though. That's what's crazy. Nobody wanted to listen. Everybody was calling Thomas Howard. If you don't know who Thomas Howard is, look him up. He's amazing. Thomas was basically saying that James is not who he says he is, and we should not trust it. Come on now. Jeffree Star. Jeffree, baby, Jeffree. Jeffree even talked about James. And you know how Jeffree is. And Jeffree has came for everybody. Oh, sweetie. Like, your career is over. The fact that Jeffree's career isn't over is crazy to me. But, I mean, go off, sis. But, to me, I never really supported James. But I stand Tati now. So that's just it. And I know I'm kind of off topic with what Tati was saying a minute ago. But basically, Tati is done. And I think once she was done, the internet was done. The world was done. Because that took everybody to realize that James was a toxic person. But my thing was, black Twitter didn't told y'all. Black gay Twitter didn't told y'all. Like, this man is not to be trusted at all. He is not to be trusted. But everybody was just like, oh my God, he was just playing. Like, oh my God, why are you listening to tweets? But the moment Tati said something, the moment Tati said something and collected that ass, all of a sudden, we should have known. Why didn't we see it before that he was toxic? Like I said, nobody batted an eye when this man was charging $500 for the goddamn meet and greet. But all of a sudden, Tati says he's toxic. Oh my God, the world's over. I am over it. I live for the scandal, but I'm over it. You know? And honestly, I don't know where James is going to be after this, because his subs are just going down. And it's kind of like, Tati, that bitch is powerful. Like, I can't even, this bitch is powerful because she was just saying what everybody else was saying. He's had problems with other makeup gurus in the past that I've heard of. I've heard about. I don't confirm that. I can't confirm that. But I have heard he has had problems with other makeup gurus in the past. Oh, yeah. Yes, he has. Thomas Howard. Hello. But, you know what I'm saying? Tati brought it to light that this man is not to be trusted. And this bitch is so powerful. Let me just tell you, because she was saying what a bunch of POCs was saying, a bunch of people of color have been saying, gay people of color, gay black men have been saying that this man is not to be trusted. And so for Tati to snap her fingers like she did and end this man's career is insane to me. I stand this woman. I've subscribed to her. I don't even know what she does, but I subscribe to her. I'm a stan. And, you know, James, I suggest you learn how to make that pinkity drinkity, baby. Because that's probably where you're going to be for the next year. Because, I mean, he could, you know, be like Laura Lee, make a whole little, I mean, he made a whole little apology video, but that shit was whack. Like, girl, he could, I'm saying, like, I don't know what James could do to clean up his image, because Laura Lee's image is devoured. Like, her career is over. Over a tweet she said, I think, I don't even know how long ago that tweet was, but I know it was a long time ago. Sorry, somebody comment below if they know. Laura's whole career is gone. And James is about to be the next Laura Lee, and he doesn't even know it. Everybody has shunned him. The internet has turned their back on him because, honestly, this was the last straw for people. Not when he said racist tweets. Not when he was charging $500 for tickets. Not when he was getting in problematic arguments with people. But this. Oh, or pushing himself on straight men. This. Tati said. When Tati said it was the last straw, bitch, it's the last straw. And I can't help but to stand this powerful ass bitch. So yeah, James is canceled. It's over. It's done with. I'll see him at Starbucks later making a pinky drinky for me, baby. Make it venti. Like, that's just what it is. And I gathered all... It might sound like I didn't gather all my facts. This might sound like I'm just giving my personal opinions, which I kind of am. I watched a bunch of videos for this. I read a bunch of articles for this just so I could make sure everything was in tip-top shape for this, because I have been honestly waiting for the day when James got shut down, because I knew he was going to get shut down. Someone told me James was going to get shut down because everybody already didn't like him. But he had like a fan base of like 15-year-old girls who fuck with him. You know, 15, 14-year, you know, teenagers who fuck with him. But I think the teenagers kind of turned their back on him too. Like, sweetie, at this point, you finna have like nobody. People who forgot they subscribed to you. Like, you're finna be done. You're unfollowed. And when you get unfollowed by he was unfollowed by the Kardashians. When the Kardashians unfollow you, oh baby, you're done. Only person who wasn't done was Jordan Woods, but she's excluded. But yeah, baby, you're done. You're done for. Like, all the hottest bitches unfollowed you. And it's crazy because you was just at the Met Gala in the outfit that was similar to Zoe Kravitz, the same girl you said did not look award ready, and you were in her same outfit. I bet this bites, sweetie. And nobody was taking a picture of you at the Met Gala. One picture. No one was stunned by your outfit. You wore the same makeup you wear all the time. Sweetie, you might as well call it quits. I'm sick. Like, I can't believe it. James Charles is canceled. I stand Tati. I'm gonna go subscribe to her right now. I just love it. And guys, I wanted to make this whole separate rant video because shit like this makes me tickle when, like, makes me laugh when, like, white YouTubers really are biting the bullet for what they have done. Like I said, karma is gonna get that ass. And it got you good, baby. Because now that career is over. You know what I'm saying? So, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm sorry if it was just kind of rambling and a bunch of opinions. And it kind of lost track of what it was. But, you know, I had to give my opinions. I had to let y'all know what was up. This is the smoothest I've ever talked because I'm honestly, I'm like excited. Like I'm excited for this man. I'm not excited for his downfall, but I'm excited to see where this is going to go. 50-50 is downfall, but you know. I hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like, subscribe. Tell me what you think about this whole situation. Tell me, do you think that James didn't get enough punishment? Do you think Tati was too hard on him? Do you think Tati is really about that life? Because I think this bitch about that life, and I think she powerful. So let me know what you guys think. Do you think James Charles is being a little predatorial towards the niggas? But you know what? That's just what it is. And I'll let you guys go. You guys have a great night. I will be back tomorrow to review Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. And you guys have a great day.